We're back at Clay City Dragway. Got a little bit of a crowd today. So we already made one pass. We put a torque converter in that one last night, 3800 stall. We didn't take a video of that because I was messing with the drag bar in this one. The drag bar is wanting to move around, so I need to tack weld that. Plus I adjusted it neutral. We both did a motor pass. It seemed to leave pretty even. His picked up a 10th with the new converter, and mine actually slowed down. I don't know what that's all about, but I think I need to tighten up the front end. But anyway, I'm gonna spray a 200 shot on a 1 second delay, and Chris is gonna spray a 250 right out of the hole. And we're gonna let them eat, see what happens. We got a pass of this car from the stands, but he forgot to turn the GoPro on. They didn't get a video of mine. My uncle's here taking some videos for us.
Next video, changing rear end, 1980 Trans Am.
This pinion angle ain't exactly where it should be, but hopefully we didn't have no time to get no shims. But we're gonna shim it and bring it back down, but it's too far up. The pinion angle's up like 2 or 3 degrees when it should be down 2 or 3 degrees. But yeah, we're gonna spray this one with 200 with a 1 second delay, and he's gonna spray 250 on that one right out of the hole. We're gonna try to get some 9 second time slips. The DA is about 1,000 today, but it's pretty good air, so see what we can do. And here's Christopher's motor pass, and this is his best motor pass ever. The DA was around 1,000 feet, and yeah, 11.6. I think we could have improved on that, but we just wanted to make one motor pass, make sure everything was good before we started trying the nitrous passes. Oh, and Chris's car was car 30, by the way, and then mine's car 29, if you didn't catch that by the time slips there. But the reason mine slowed down a little bit, the reason for that, it had a full tank of gas, full tank of gas, so it's an extra 100 pounds, plus the DA was around 1,000, so we'll lose a tenth there. Alright, so here's my nitrous pass. It's the best 60 foot this car's ever done, and we did have the 20 to 100% 1 second delay, and this is about what it's always ran on nitrous, except for that 60 was a lot better. But I did have a problem. I don't know if you heard on the video on that 1-2 shift, it made a little noise there. Well, I'm parked over there. I blew a head gasket on a 200 shot. Had a 1.4360 though. That's my best 60 ever. That drag bar really helped. But on the 2-3 shift, I don't know why, but it hit the limiter. I had the shifts turned way down. It popped the head gasket, so it's smoking bad. So I'm gonna have to tow that one home, unfortunately. Here's Christopher up in the lane closest to the camera here. Sorry, it's shaky. I got it zoomed in. Oh, the car that went in front of him just blowed up. I thought I heard some rattling, so they got to go check that out. Okay, so as you can see by the 60 here, it just blew the tires off, and he tried to go again, it blew the tires off. He tried to go again, it just blew the tires off the hit on the 250. All right, so Chris tried to make a pass.
Yeah.
What happened, Chris?
Man, so did my burnout, did a good burnout, and somebody blew up down there, so I was sitting there waiting for probably 10-15 minutes. Backed up, did another burnout, but that burnout was not good at all. It was hooking, but it wasn't, I don't know, it just wasn't good. So I tried to launch it, it just blew tires right off, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to ramp it in and see if we can make it hook that way. Just got this bottle pressure up.
We're gonna go 20 to 100% in 1 second,
Yeah,
like I did on mine.
It's what you do.
Mine hit the limiter, which I got the shifts turned down real low, but it hit the limiter on one of the shifts, and I guess that was enough to bust a head gasket. And it's smoking bad. It's got antifreeze all over the passenger side fenders. So.
And I tried to race you. You was running away, all scared, dude.
We was trying to race each other.
No. I was like, hey man, wait for me.
It's hard to get lined up, and then if there's not a lot of people, you can say, hey, I want to race him, and it'll make people go around. But yeah, I was definitely hoping to get a side-by-side pass in. I was hoping we'd both hit the 9s, but I'm definitely not running 9s today. I think I was on course for a close to a 9-second pass. But losing a cylinder or two halfway down the track kind of put a damper on that, because a 14360 is a good 60. But we're going to give her more tries. He's still rolling, so we're going to keep going on with his, see what we can do. All right, here's the progressive 20% to 100% in a second. go. Chris runs a 10.2 as you saw in one of those videos there. And that's his best nitrous. That's actually the fastest me or him has ever gone in any of our cars. And he run a personal best on motor too tonight. And I think that we had the slicks. He's got them slicks. We had them at 16 pounds. We can lower those down, the tire pressure down, and he's got those adjustable those front shocks, and we can even loosen the shocks a little bit, see if we can get more traction out of it. But yeah, it done real good. He didn't want to attempt more because it is even with that new coil, it still is breaking up a little up top, so we didn't want to attempt another pass. But these cars are doing really good.
Ops decided to blow a head gasket in that no trailer life. We don't live too far away from this track.
Alright, we're back at the house. Just taking the nitrous bottles out, bleeding the lines off. And show you what's going on with this one. So here's all the water and antifreeze. And it shot up the windshield through the cowl, on the cowl. Believe it or not, it still starts and runs, but it smokes like a one of them old trains that fed charcoal.
Like a chimney.
Like a chimney. It smokes bad. It's burning pure water. But I broke a rocker stud before on this side, the driver's side, and it had been a valve, and it messed up the cam. So when I replaced this head and changed the cam and everything, I put ARP studs in there. When I first built this motor, I just used brand new stock studs. Looks like that was coming to bite me in the butt. But we'll definitely take this head off, probably take it off tomorrow. Make a video on that for sure. I got my ARP studs up here. We'll probably take the head out. Yeah, right there's the studs right there for the other side. I just never did put them in. I asked a lot of people if I should just go ahead and replace one bolt at a time, and they said that wasn't a good idea, but oh well. We'll take his head off. Hopefully, I stayed in it through the quarter. Hopefully I didn't burn a spot on the block or on the head. Sometimes it does that, but I don't think I got enough power to do something like that. But we'll get it apart and we'll see what happens. And Chris is really happy with his 10.2 Ford, 129, I believe it was.
10.2, 5, decent month.
And Chris did have some issues too. What issues did we have, Chris?
Before going up there, shifter didn't want to shift. I guess I gotta look at that.
I told him that was a good omen.
Good, yeah, it seems like every time
something bad happens, something good happens.
The window stopped rolling up. Got it up high enough.
Yeah, we had some trouble. But what happened during the pass?
Oh, it's breaking up top still.
So that coil did not fix our breakup issue.
Yeah, about 6,700, and it only does it under a load. When you're in a burnout, and you can go to $7,000 all day long. But under a load on motor or nitrous, it breaks up.
If anybody knows why it would be doing that, I mean, we got the 6AL2 programmable ignition. We got the MSD Pro Billet distributor. And then we got that HVC2 coil on it. Yeah. So, if anybody knows why it's doing that, please give us a holler, because
it's wired straight to the battery.
As you probably heard on the video, if you listen real good, you can hear it breaking up top. And with that stall, this motor wants to climb to 7,200. It wants to pull RPM with that single plane intake on it. But we're not able to wind it where it wants to go because of that breakup issue. And with that stall converter in there, it wants to stay at those RPMs. It's hard not to keep it there. Even if you shift it low, it shoots right back up to those RPMs.
It don't really drop RPM anymore.
Yeah.
Before it dropped like 1,500 RPM on a shift. Now it's maybe 300, maybe.
Oh, that light's probably killing y'all. But we're going to pull some plugs on this. Look at the porcelain. Make sure that we're not getting any. Any detonation on the porcelain.
21 pull.
But I'd do.
Let's do number 4 here.
I mean, just pull an easy one. I mean, if it's there, it's there. But I run a 10.4. I got my best 60 ever, 143. Man, I was on the way for a good pass. But head gasket let go. I have the shift set real low on nitrous, and for some reason it was like it hit a rev limiter, or maybe that's when the head gasket blew. I don't know, but that sucked. But anyway, here's Christopher's time slip. Left lane there. He matched my 60 that I did on a 150 shot. It did spin, as you saw in the video. It did. It raised up and then it started spinning a little, even with the progressive. I told him he needs a 28-inch tire like mine, 28-inch tires.
We started with
like
a
10%
ramp to 100% over a second.
Yep. 650 at 105. That's better than I've ever done in any car I've ever owned. And 1024 at 129. Now I have trapped hard, and I've 60-footed hard, but he's ran a better ET than me. And I'll tell you what, if this thing wasn't breaking up at 10 RPM where it likes to run at, I'm sure that would have been a 9-second pass. But yeah, I'm gonna pull some plugs on this one. Check it out. If anybody knows how to correct this breaking up issue, I'm gonna try to get a hold of MSD and see what they're thinking. And tomorrow we're gonna pull some heads. But Christopher, are you happy with that?
Man, y'all missed the excitement, but yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, he was really excited. He came back. I waited for him on the return road, and I put my hands on my head, like, you know, the shocked look. And he was like, it was dark. And there's no lights in the car except for in the floorboard. And he's like, "What'd it run? What'd it run?" I was like, "I'm not telling you." I said 10-2, and he was all excited. Woo, yeah, we had a little celebration. That's what it's all about, man.
We're going to make it to 9s. Man.
We're going to make it to 9s. We got Quest. You know, you got to have a goal. And my goal's 10s on motor, and which I'm at 1108. 9s on spray. Car didn't pick up as much with that stall motor as I thought it would. It did pick up a couple of tenths, though.
DA, though, you know.
Yeah, 1,000 DA, that's a
You're
tenth.
gonna have to do some motor pull.
And then it did gain a tenth on ET, so it gained about 2 tenths.
We only made one motor pass, and it was 11.6. We didn't try real hard.
Yeah, we didn't really try real hard with the motor. We both made a motor pass. I made one just because I wanted to make sure that the car was going to lift straight, and it did. If you noticed in the video, my Uncle Wayne took some videos, but his camera's not that great. But mine picked up the wheels pretty good, and it came down and bounced and came back up. So mine needs the front end tightened up. The shocks need tightened up, and his front end, he needs to loosen the shocks. Oh, I wanted him to. I stepped on his head. I didn't bring nothing. Foolish. I'm clumsy. But I wanted him to tighten or loosen his up and try another pass. But we didn't want to make another pass with it breaking up like that on that, 250 shot. So we need to fix the breaking up issue in this one. He's already got a roll cage ordered in over there. When we changed the stall, we put a flex plate shield in it too. Boy, that was fun. With a stock tunnel. That was a pain in the butt. Well, we got some roll bars for his, but we're not putting them in until we hit 9s. But that's where we're at. And we put in, into the transmission, we put in a used transmission shield. He's going to need a transmission cooler. And his car is actually more solid than mine underneath. Mine, the back seat floorboards rusted a little bit. His front floorboards in the front upper corners have some rust holes in them. That's the only place his has rust holes in it, and they're small holes. Mine in the back passenger side, it sat in a field, and the drain for the convertible top stopped up and water set in it while it's sat in the field for like a year with a blowed up motor. But he's got floor pans put in it too. We're gonna do those with the roll bar cage there. But yeah.
My carpet's sitting right on the header where there's rust holes in it.
Yeah, the carpet, the header, the holes in the lower, or those floor pans, they're at the top corners and right where the header's at. So
It's kind of blackened down there. Kind of burnt on.
The carpet kind of hits the header and it's kind of burnt a little bit. Yeah, that's not good. Catch it on fire. But yeah, that's where we're at. We're just taking nitrous bottles out, checking plugs. What'd that plug look like?
It's on the table.
Oh, it's on the table. Let's check and see. I'm just looking at the porcelain here.
You see, can you see something on the porcelain? I don't know what it is. It's not black, but it's kind of missing. I'm not sure.
See if we can zoom in on this.
There's like little spots. Better at reading the plugs than
I had the timing backed off 10 degrees. Let's try to zoom in on this.
Maybe it's. I don't know. Maybe it's okay.
Yeah, that walked right off.
There's like little spots in it though. Like they're not colored, they're just like sandblasting type thing going on. See it?
Yeah. I think it's okay though.
Yeah, they're not dark.
If you guys know any are really good at reading plugs, which we did drive home with this, but there's the fuel ring. And this spark plug has been in the car a while and it was driven home. We didn't shut it off right after a pass or nothing, but I'll get in on the computer and I'll zoom in on that because there looks like there are some speckles there. But we're just learning this stuff and we'll do some more research and see. I think it's okay, but
we need to pull all the plugs sometime.
Yeah.
Not tonight, but
we'll just research it and see.
This is only number 2.
Man, this camera does not like to focus. But yeah. Alright, we're going to let y'all go. Have a good day. We'll be working on this tomorrow. I'm sorry about the blurriness, y'all. This camera's terrible. But yeah, we'll pull this head tomorrow. And we'll get you some videos of that. Also, my uncle drew this cool little picture, cartooniture of my son's car for him. I think it turned out really good. Chris is going to hang it on his wall. He'll probably put that bird right behind the driver and passenger seat on that piece that goes in between the rear window and the driver and passenger window. But yeah, if any of y'all interested in a cartooniture of your car, holler at me.